Tom Kozlowski and Andrew Williams here with you on 104.5 The Team and 104.5theteam.com. This weekend, Saturday, UFC Fight Night 78 is live from Monterrey, Mexico. In the main event, Calvin Gastelum takes on this guy who's joining us on the phone lines, Neil Magny. Look, you took this fight on short notice, man. What's going on? 18 days and you're getting inside the octagon? Why did you decide to make this decision?
I felt like it was a great time for me. I mean, one of the things that my coaches are harp on is me training to the best of my abilities, not necessarily to my opponent. And at the time, I was in great shape. My weight was good. So when the opportunity presented itself to take this fight, I felt more than ready and willing to do it.
And Neil, this is a whole different fight for you. You never went 5 rounds before. You're the main event. How's your training been any different, especially coming off that short notice?
It's like it kind of works two ways. Like, so this fight, I was fortunate to be able to be training alongside the original opponent of Kelvin Gastelum, Matt Brown, and it was unfortunate that he ended up getting injured. But beforehand, I was doing everything he was doing. I mean, every single training session he was at, I was at, and we were just kind of training alongside each other leading up to this fight. So when he ended up falling out and not being able to take this fight, I felt like I was more than ready to do so. I mean, I felt in shape, I felt confident, so I just jumped on it and took the fight when they offered it to me.
What do you expect this crowd in Mexico to be like this weekend?
I think the crowd down here is going to be amazing. I was here for UFC when they were in Mexico City, and the crowd was just unbelievable. Like, they were super encouraging. They were chanting the whole time. They all got into it, and it was just a great showing that when they were down there. So I can imagine this crowd being the same. I mean, I know I'm kind of taking on the guy with Mexican heritage in Mexico, and there might be a couple of boos here and there, but at the end of the fight, I know that they're going to just respect the hard work and the display that I put on for them, and they'll be chanting for my name as well.
We saw with the Verdum-Velasquez fight, the air in Mexico. Are you worried about that at all?
No, that's something that's not going to really affect me at all. I mean, Monterrey isn't as high as elevation as Mexico City was, and in addition to that, I trained in high altitude every day up in up at Denver. So I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about the elevation down here in Monterrey.
Armin and Levesque, 104.5, The Team, 104.5theteam.com. Tom Kozlowski and Andrew Williams filling in for Armin and Levesque today. UFC Fight Night 78 is live from Monterrey, Mexico this weekend. Main card starts at 10 o'clock, and joining us on the phone lines, Neil Magny. Neil, you look into this fight, you're getting ready for it. This is a former Ultimate Fighter champion. A lot of attention, a lot of publicity is on this guy you're taking on. Do you want to kind of steal the show this weekend and say, hey, put me on the map, and I'm the guy that needs the attention in the UFC?
Yeah, definitely. This fight is a huge opportunity for me. I mean, Kelvin Gastelum is a great fighter with a lot of great things behind him, and being a guy like him gets me a lot of recognition that I feel like I earned. So going out there and fighting my fight and putting on a great show for the crowd would actually open up a lot of eyes and shift the attention towards me going into 2016.
And we bring up attention, and the UFC, no doubt, has went national and worldwide with the upset we saw this past weekend. Ronda Rousey, one of the most popular figures in the sport. Did you watch the fight, and what was your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the fight, and I was just amazed by the work that Holly Holmes put in. I mean, it just goes to show it's not necessarily the person that's in the spotlight that's always going to be there. It's just kind of the person that's busting her butt in the gym. Their time is eventually going to come, and seeing Holly Holmes' side story is definitely a lot more motivating because I feel like that's the path that I'm going on. It's like where I've had a lot of fights in the last 2 years. I'm constantly in the gym training, and a lot of times I feel like that gets overlooked or I get passed up by other guys who are more vocal or more out there or whatever. So being able to just stay humble and keep working hard, I know my day's going to come, and I'll be able to take advantage of it when it does come.
I looked at the sport of boxing, and I always said if someone were to defeat Floyd Mayweather, that person would become the next star of the sport, and that's what's happened here in the UFC. Holly Holm takes down Ronda Rousey. She becomes a star now. Everyone wants to interview her. Do you think Holly taking down Ronda is good for the UFC, creating another star?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great thing. I mean, I think even for Ronda Rousey, it's a great thing as well. I mean, it's unfortunate she's not undefeated anymore, but I think this is going to be something that shows her character and person who she is, where she can actually take this as a positive thing and make the best of it when she returns to the octagon. And congratulations to Holly as well. I mean, she's able to work hard, reach her dreams, and become a professional champion in the UFC as she did in the boxing world. So for her, I feel like she's come full circle and accomplished as much as she wanted to in both the sports of boxing and MMA. And for Ronda Rousey, I feel like it's a huge motivating factor for her to actually go back to the drawing board, figure things out, and come back even more dominant than she was before.
All right, Neil, couple days out. What's your prediction for your fight against Kelvin Gastelum?
I think this would be an amazing fight. I mean, I can picture this thing just being back-and-forth action and just me coming out with a victory. No matter how it comes, whether it's by submission, TKO, KO, or decision, I just feel like it's going to be a non-stop, action-packed fight.
UFC Fight Night 78 live from Monterrey, Mexico. Main card starts at 10 o'clock. Neil Magny. Neil, best of luck this weekend in the Octagon. We'll talk again soon. Take care.
Awesome. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.